to call on me for anything. Like you said, a human being, and I'm going to make you take that chance. Things have been different for me ever since I met Hildy. I've never met anyone quite like her before.
Hello everyone. Hello some rando. Hello Galatia. Hello New Jersey youth. Hello East Germany. Hello Damon Sultan. Hello some rando. Did I already say some rando? I don't know if I did or not. Hope everyone's doing good. How the heck am I? I'm doing fantastic. How the heck are you, Doug Jaffrey? Hope you're doing well, man. Or, well, however you identify. So yeah. Yeah, if my mic's too quiet or whatever, just let me know. We're gonna try to have a no technical issues stream. 0 technical issues today. Everyone's some rando in someone's chat. Yeah. Alright. So, it's probably going to be a shorter stream today. But I have something, I think is pretty interesting to talk about that I alluded to talking about a while ago. And, I was going to go to the gym, but all the cars are gone. So I was like, all right, I guess I'll stream and talk about this instead. About to go to work, so as good as you can be before having the surplus value you create with your labor power expropriated. Marxism joke, very funny. Can I call in later? You mean like, can you watch the stream later? Yeah, it'll still be up. Don't worry. I don't take the stream down or anything. How long is the stream going to be? It depends on if I do anything after the WhiteForest thing I'm talking about. So that will probably only take 30 minutes. Maybe I'll do some other stuff after that. There's a few other things I can talk about. We got 9 viewers. I wonder if I'm streaming too early in the day, because my older streams I would usually start with like 12 to 15, or if it's because people just got so sick of the constant technical issues I was having that they just were like, no, we're done. I'm done. All right. So, yeah, we can just get into it. Let me see, I gotta... Okay, yeah, so... Oh, the top is cut off. I don't know how to fix that. That's okay, I can just scroll up. Or no, I can't. But anyways, this website is called WhiteForest. It is a co-op, and it is a co-op between several different streamers. Vosh, Shoe on Head, Keffels, Xander Hall, Demon Mama, Dylan Burns, and the Surfs. And this thing, it's kind of fucking crazy. So let's just read the about us. So, officially and legally a co-op with 9 members. 1 member, 1 vote. WhiteForest has grown a lot over the years. Originally maintaining sites for content creators using Whiteleaf, we've been able to start handling merch fulfillment at the start of 2022 thanks to the support of Vosh. Although he was crucial in helping the start of WhiteForest, he's allowed it to operate entirely and independently, and is more than happy to be treated the same as anyone else. So, yeah, basically it's just like, you know, it's a collection of streamers, and they have a co-op, and, you know, what's so bad about that, right? You know, what's the problem with that? Well, so the person in charge of all of this, the person who runs all of this, as you can see, is named White Nervosa. Now, they say the co-op is just, you know, Vosh is just one, you know, part of this thing, and you know, he doesn't have any extra power over anyone else. He's just one of the people, right? Here's the thing. That's not true. White Nervosa was the same person who, back in the Poppy sexual harassment scandal, White Nervosa was the person who suggested that Vosh change their name to Irish Laddie changed their name to Vosh so that Vosh could get out of the accusations of having sexually harassed Poppy, as you can see here and then down here. We can do a trickery do here. We can replace all of Vosh's nameplates in the logs to be Irish Laddie, so per se this does end up being a YouTube video, and it can be titled as such, and Vosh can further distance himself from it. So this White Nervosa person is basically just like a stormtrooper for Vosh. So what is the problem with this? So there's just a co-op, right? Like what is the big deal? They just make a little money. Well, there's another aspect to WhiteForest beyond just the co-op or just the merch co-op. White Nervosa also runs a streamer network of servers within WhiteForest, right? So White Nervosa also runs this network of streamers. As you can see, Vosh, Demon Mama, Conyer, Xanderhall, Exile X, The Surfs, Sharky, which is Shark30. Most of the rest of these people are not really big. Well, there's Keffels, Merrick, who is Sock Dunleft's girlfriend, Dylan Burns. So, here's the thing. We've established that basically White Nervosa is like basically very deeply intertwined with Vosh, right? White Nervosa runs this server network. There's a reason, especially people like the Serfs, never criticize people like Vosh. Why? Because if you do, you will get your entire livelihood destroyed. Your entire livelihood will be destroyed. Because guess what? They can, at any point they want, they can take down your server. And this has happened before. There was a person named Rosewrist who had a server here. As you can see by the archive, Rosewrist right here, they did a long-ass Reddit post about what happened. Basically, TLDR, White Nervosa said, oh man, where is it? Yeah, here it is. So there was really weird reasoning behind why Rosewrist was banned. It wasn't really explained. Like he couldn't really get an explanation for why he got banned, ever really. The real reason Rosewrist got banned from the server network is that he communicated with Destiny. Rosewrist started to become aligned with Destiny, who Vosh hates, right? Vosh and Destiny have this big feud. God, I hate even talking about this stupid drama shit. Oh my god. I'm trying to get into a deeper point here. The point I'm trying to make basically is that if you criticize Vosh, who is connected with White Nervosa, you are in danger of having your entire server taken down. And yes, in the co-op it says one person, one vote. That's bullshit. At any point, if people decided to vote in a way that Vosh didn't like, what can happen? Well, you can get your entire server taken down. So basically what I'm just trying to point out here is that the Clout Network is literally open right in front of us. They literally have a website that shows exactly how the Clout Network works. Like literally, it shows if you criticize Vosh, who is in charge, he is in charge. He can frame it as him not being in charge, but it's obviously that he is. If you criticize Vosh, you will get taken down from his network. Because look at what White Nervosa says here. Choose the company you keep carefully. What is that a reference to? That is a reference to Rosewrist starting to align with Destiny. Rosewrist is turned out to be like some centrist weirdo. So he started to align with Destiny instead of aligning with Vosh a little bit. What happened as a result? He got his streaming server taken down. You make them sound like they're serious political figures. No, they're jokes. Obviously, I just think it's worth pointing out, like how insane, obvious with the server network, trying to point out that these people. This is why, for example, the serfs. People are always like, serfs, why won't you go after Vosh? And the serfs kind of frames himself as separate from it all, but he is not. He is part of the network of people. He is part of that Clout Network where you cannot criticize people like Vosh. The only major person not here really is Lonerbox. He's a big, Vosh ally, but he's he streams on YouTube, so he doesn't need this server network. So basically the point is none of these people are independent. Everyone in this list knows that if they tried to, everyone in this list knows that if you try to criticize the upper echelon, namely, there's echelons, right? There's the co-op of the voters, and then there's everyone below that who doesn't actually have a vote. But then at the top is Vosh. So everyone knows that there's a hierarchy here. It's not equal. That's a lie. So yeah, be right back. The fact that they're out there with a sizable following means it's important to look into these things. Yeah, man, I feel like soul-sucked even talking about this. I already feel just totally done. I was just, oh my god, I hate even talking about this shit. But I just still think, I haven't seen anyone else point this out, and it's just so obvious and insanely corrupt, and just shows how completely devoid of morals these people are and how compromised they are, that I think it's interesting, and I think it's fucked up. Yeah, I think it's worth talking about. The serf downplayed Vosh's sexual harassment and defended Bo the fifth column's human trafficking. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think he tries. Some of them try to frame themselves sort of separately, like Conyer and the serfs, but they're all very clearly compromised. Some people are just complete sycophants, like Xander Hall, and Demon Mama. But anyways, Yeah, it's fucking wild. It's fucking wild that this just exists and like no one talks about it and no one has ever like really seemed to point it out. Like a co-op is fine, right? A co-op is one thing, but this isn't just a co-op. This is like you're being held hostage. Your livelihood, your financial status, everything is being held hostage to this, stream network. So I think this should be talked about more. I think this should be, I think everyone in this chat and, everywhere else should be spreading this and pointing this out and being like, these people literally are not independent. They are not in any way, shape, or form independent. It's weird too because Shuon Head used to be in the servers, but they're not anymore. They got removed. So yeah, it's weird. They got removed from the servers, but they still are in the co-op. So I don't know how that works. But yeah, if you go into I looked into a lot of these smaller streamers too. They all are Vosh defenders. Like almost every one of them have stepped up for Vosh or defended them. Even all these smaller people, some of them are not small, but so yeah. I think that Keffels had this like mental breakdown like a couple months ago. I think a large part of that was some sort of loyalty test. Like do this, like go after Vosh's enemies, or like we'll kick you off of the stream. And Keffels is a cocaine addict. And I wish her the best. I really do hope she kicks that because that's a terrible habit. But, when you have that kind of addiction, you're willing to do basically anything to ensure that you still have the money to fund that addiction. And I really think her behavior, displayed that. Anyways, I don't know. My soul just feels sucked out of me just talking about that for even like 20 minutes. But yeah. I don't think anyone else has really talked about this though, and I thought it was worth fucking pointing out. Like I feel like I'm the only person who has like at all pointed this out. And I think it's like, holy shit, this is insane. This shit is like insane. Like, we all know who White Nervosa is. We all know she was a Vosh loyalist like years ago. Like 5-6 years ago was friends with Vosh. So yeah, like we all know. This is why they're called orbiters, because their channel is dependent on staying in good favor with these larger channels, so they orbit them like a moon to a planet. They can literally ruin you for criticizing them. Yeah, exactly. And people already know that, Like, it's already very obvious that these people are complete, sycophants and pathetic. But this is like physical proof. Like, this shows physically, like, how like your entire livelihood, this shows that your entirely livelihood is hostage, because if you don't do what they want, they take you off the server. And it's specifically Vosh and White Nervosa. White Nervosa does whatever Vosh says. That is what I'm saying, and I think is pretty obvious. So it's just wild. Like, this is just literal proof of why people won't criticize Vosh. I mean, you can't deny that this is an effective model for generating traffic, one which puts independent creators that don't get support and backing at a massive disadvantage. Yeah, it's this giant support network. It's a friend group, right? It's an old boys network. It's literally like a bunch of like, it's like a bunch of like, Yale grads who like throughout their lives are complete scumbags, but they cover for each other and they support each other. It's the same thing basically. It's an old boys group, and you are in, as long as you pay your dues to the people above you, as long as you defend, as long as you close ranks, right? As long as you close ranks around one another, and to defend one another, you close ranks whenever there's an issue. You're still part of the group. You're safe. You get the clout. You get the money. You get the views. So, it's wild, man. I cannot believe I'm like the only person talking about this. And I spent too much time researching this. So I would appreciate, if anyone wants to throw $1 or $2 my way for the time I spent looking into this shit. I read that entire fucking Destiny post. I'm late, TLDR. Basically, this is just a streamer network run by Vosh's close friend, White Nervosa. And if you criticize him, they take down your website and you're gone. Your entire livelihood is destroyed. I just don't believe no one talks about this. It's crazy. As much as I think Midwestern Marxists are revisionist, I can't wait to see Eddie Smith debate Vosh. Yeah, whatever, man. The debate, it's just all spectacle. I mean, maybe I'll watch it. Maybe it'll be interesting, but yeah. Bad Empanada kind of predicted this when he called Vosh the head of the clout centipede, crapping down smaller streamers' mouths. Right. And we always knew that. Like, that was always like, yeah, that's how things are. But this literally physically shows how it works. Like, this is the proof of... It's all right there, Reading Society of the Spectacle. I haven't been reading at all lately. I don't even... The last time I read anything was like over a month ago. I usually get bursts of energy to read. Yeah. That's very libertarian socialist of them. Yeah, it's so funny that they call it a co-op, and Vosh is just like... And then it's just like... He's allowed it to operate entirely independently and is more than happy to be treated the same as anyone else. It's like they have to point that out when it's so obviously not true. Vosh is a megalomaniac. He's obsessed with himself. He's obsessed with control. He's obsessed with authority. There's no way that he allows it to operate independently of himself. He knows... He has all the control. He has all the power. So, yeah. It's wild, man. I have nearly 100 books that are half read or more. Yeah. This is the same White Nervosa that helped Vosh cover up his sexual harassment of a girl on Discord when he went under the username Irish Laddie. Yep. I already pointed that out. Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you, Kang, and welcome. But yes, that is true. Here is the proof again for anyone who didn't see it already. Oh, where is it? Oh yeah, with a lot of the books I own, I kind of just, or I read, I'll read like the parts I need to read, and I'll skip past parts that are like, not relevant. I mean, usually I'll read a book from cover to cover, but occasionally there's books where it's like, there's long stretches of shit where it's just like, okay, I don't need this. Like Myth of the Eastern Front, which is the book I used for my denazification video. There was like a long stretch of shit I basically did not read. because it wasn't that relevant. Anyways, that just sucked my soul doing that. Oh. Anyways, oh, why didn't that come up? Yeah, how to turn what I've learned into effective action. Well, this is my effective action. It's just saying, like, you know, spread the stream or just spread the information about the white Nervosa stuff to other people, right? So people just need to know about this because it's wild and just no one knows about it. And yeah, like, yeah, it's just wild that nobody is like aware of this when it's so obviously corrupt. Is that my document proving it? If you mean this, I mean, this is my this is a document I originally took from Bad Empanada, and which I've updated extensively, showing his history of sexual harassment and all of that stuff. I'll link it in the description. That's like the more up-to-date version than the one that gets shared around. You wrote a paper about union organizing? That's cool. But yeah, that doc I linked isn't about the white Nervosa thing, but I could probably put the, or WhiteForest thing, but I could probably put that in. It's pretty crazy. Anyways, yeah, I mean, come on, guys. Vosh starts a stream and makes like $2,000 by the end. Throw a few fucking bucks my way. Please. I'm asking nicely. If you can afford it, obviously. Sick of hearing about Vosh and other breadtube pseudo-leftist drama. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is something actually worth talking about, I feel like. You know, it's something worth pointing out. Yeah, I have a video I have a video, of responding to Vosh's official response. I just don't know if I want to release it because it's just like I don't know. Just talking about this stuff is like, kind of pisses me off and gets me really angry. I don't know. So I still don't know if I'm gonna release it. It's just sitting on my hard drive right now, and I have to decide one way or another. Imagine if there was a platform like that, but for actually principled Marxists. Well, the problem is that no matter who it is, it's compromised because there's still a financial there's a conflict of interest because when you're in that network, you're not allowed to say something that goes against the grain, Balkan Odyssey is setting up something that might be interesting, by the way. Check out his community tab for the Marxist link tree. Yeah, that shit is looking pretty cool. That's exciting. I know you were working on something too, Damon. That sounded interesting. Maybe you could get in touch with him to talk about that more. Do you mean your live stream shows? Yeah. Talk to me, Kilroy, and Nexarino on it for dealing with financial stuff. I'm not sure what you mean there. No, he didn't. He hasn't released any actual website or anything, just the screenshots. Thank you, Doug Jeffrey. Much appreciated. I won't read it, don't worry. You said you wrote something about union organizing. I'd be interested to check that out. You can't post links in here though. I have to change that in the settings. Specifically in a yellow union. What's a yellow union? Socialism for All read it on his live stream yesterday. Okay, yeah, I'll check that out. I've really liked Socialism for All's live streams because he's just like no bullshit. Like he's just like, yeah. The little round table thumbnail of Marxist on Denki Kang's new video would be a good group of principled Marxist content. Yeah, I think Damon Sultan was thinking about that. I know Balkan Odyssey is working on something like that. I want Balkan Odyssey to, I would like to work with him more on that because that's really interesting. But yeah, I mean, there are things like Nebula, which is like, fairly left leaning, and there's things like Means TV, but Nebula has some pretty very left-wing people on there. I know Second Thought's on there. But yeah, I really am excited, and I think it's really cool, the idea of like a something like what Balkan Odyssey is doing, mixed with maybe something like what Damon Sultan is thinking about, if that's still going on. Yeah. What are some video ideas you plan on making? I don't know. $3 minimum, and I'll tell you. Nah, I'm not gonna pull a bad empanada. I'm not good at that. I'm working on a ton of fucking videos. I don't know. I have like 25 scripts in progress. I'm doing a video about the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. The script for that is done. I've done the reading. I just need to like put it all together, which is gonna be a while. I don't know. I've been putting that off. It's actually, the script's not even done. I have a video coming out soon about climate change. I have a video about the history of socialism in the US, which is really interesting. I have a video talking about tankies. I have a ton of videos. I don't know. I can keep going if you want me to. I have a video about intersectional imperialism, or the idea of like, you know, how imperialist states use, LGBTQ rights and that kind of stuff to like justify imperialism. I have a bunch of like list type videos, like the greatest socialist speeches, the best socialist songs. I have a video about Bellingcat. I have a video about mental illness under socialism. I have so many videos, scripts, and ideas and stuff. I have a video about leftist misconceptions about socialism. I have a video about LGBTQ rights under socialism, which is... that's going to take a lot of research, probably. I don't know. That's going to take forever. But that's a cool video I'm excited about. Yeah, it just goes on and on. Why is it that libs think the MR Pact was an alliance? You don't make a non-aggression pact with your allies. So much hate. So much hate. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it's like, if... yeah. Yeah, I've talked about this before, but the whole idea of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact is the dumbest shit ever. That they think it was like... oh, I could go on. That's like my topic that I could like talk for like an hour and a half about. It just enrages me. The USSR tried for like many years to form an alliance. Many years they tried very hard and were rebuffed, especially by England. I won't get into it because then I won't be able to stop. You put me on Get Chan's channel for the Commie Jams. Well, I'm glad to hear that. That's cool. Huh. I was in a leftist DM with Robert Evans back in 2018 and kind of hinted to the group he was sus. He proceeded to throw a fit about Fed jacketing and dipped out of the DM. Why did you think he was sus? I'll be right back. Capitalist countries don't get the same treatment for their non-aggression pacts as Germany either. Yeah. The main work I recommend to read about the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact is Michael Jabara Carley's book, 1939, The Alliance That Never Was, and the Coming of World War II. Very good book. I linked it in the chat, Sasho. He goes into like the literal. He just looks at, you know, the journals and public statements and private statements of diplomats in England and France, and how they are constantly saying, we are fucking up, we need to ally with the USSR. They're trying and we're not. And that's basically just what he's like, he shows over and over again. And he shows Neville Chamberlain being like, fuck the commies, I will never ever ally with them. Yeah, it's on LibGen, or or you can get it on Amazon if you want to financially support the author, who I think is did a very good job with that book. Oh my god. And you can also financially support me, who read the book and is synthesizing it into a video, which I think is going to be very good. Chamberlain is one of the dumbest politicians in history, Gorbachev level. Oh yeah, I mean, like, he is a scumbag. He is like absolute filth of the earth. Like if not, he did cause World War II. I mean, it was like directly him. Like he was just like the most like completely stubborn. Like would not move an inch, would not negotiate in any way whatsoever. He was worse than Gorbachev because at least Gorbachev had somewhat good, like, at least he would, Gorbachev had like somewhat good intentions. But yeah, probably the two worst politicians of the 20th century, Chamberlain and Gorbachev. Just get back home. What's happening? Hey, Sam. We are just, I finished talking about the corruption of like the white Nervosa, WhiteForest thing. And now I'm just chilling and talking to people. Yeah, Gorbachev didn't start a world war. Gorbachev. Okay, yeah. I'm terrible at pronouncing names. I know several Marxist hip-hop artists who agitate through music. Yeah, cool. Send that to me in the Discord. Post that in the Discord. Links don't work in here. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm working on 2 videos about socialist music. Can you guess what my number 1 pick for the best socialist song is? Soyuz Narushimai, A Yablachko, International. No, none of those. Come on, guys, this should be obvious which one it is. Through days dark and stormy, where great Lenin led us, our eyes saw the bright sun of freedom above. Yes, the USSR national anthem, of course. Oh, is that the beginning of the USSR's anthem? I guess you got it then. And Stalin, our leader, he fought for the people. Da, 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 da. Long live our Soviet motherland. Oh, I can't. It's the best. It's perfection. International is number 3 in my top 10. Number 2 is Red Banner is Raised by the Palestinian Liberation Front. That song is so fucking good. Red Banner is Raised by Palestinian. Honestly, that's probably not copyrighted. I could probably play that. I don't think it's licensed. I think I can play it. Which version of the Internationale? The Chinese have some really good socialist pop songs. Yeah, Mongolian communist music is really good. You're actually very right. There's actually a Mongolian song in my top 10 called Forever with Lenin. It's very good. There's two, in my top 10, there's two Granadan communist songs. Grenada? Philox is good. Which version of the Internationale? I like the French one a lot, and I like the English one. Maybe the French one is the best. Do I play games? Yes, I do. Bulgarian version of the Internationale. Send me $2 and I will listen to the Bulgarian version of the Internationale. I will fulfill your parasocial desires. Alright, let's listen to this. I think it's not copyrighted. The song goes so hard, dude. Georgia Pasha's alive, not dead. Anyways, that's one of my all-time faves. So good. Netanyahu hears this song in his nightmares. Oh, man. Alright, let's check this one out. Because I still need one more song for my list.
Es schreien die NATO-Minister. Hört ihr es nicht? Ihr Schreien ist nicht mehr Geflüster. Hört ihr es nicht? Sie schreien nach Profit ihrer Kriegsindustrie und rüsten zum Kreuzzug erneut wie noch nie. Ihr Heer steht bereit für die Aggression gegen dich und die Sowjetunion.
Arbeiter, Bauern, fester die Waffen, euch ist es heilige Pflicht, dass sie die Verbrechen beginnen, das Volk ihre Waffen zerbricht. Heute ist der Sozialismus Weltmacht, heute stehen die Völker nicht mehr allein. Drum fester die Einheit, der Kampf wird sich lohnen, dann wird in der Welt immer Frieden sein. Drum fester die Einheit, der Kampf wird sich lohnen, dann wird in der Welt immer Frieden sein.
Es schreien die US-Strategen, hört ihr es nicht? Sie schreien nach neuen Raketen. Hört ihr es nicht? Vom Rhein wird mit Abstand.
Red Banner, Mongolia. Oh, I've already listened to this one. This is actually research because I still need one more song, so I'm seeing if I can find one more song to add to my list. Top 10. Okay. Solid. I like it. So many freaking songs.
Es geht durch die Welt ein Geflüster. Arbeiter, hörst du es nicht?
Oh yeah, I've heard this one. It's okay. I'm not crazy about that one. Like in a you know, honorable mention for sure. Section 8 by Gaze Guevara. Yeah, I like him. His second album especially is fucking amazing. He's really cool. He's very angry on his Twitter though. He needs to calm down a little bit on his Twitter if you ask me. The Battle Is Going Again goes hard, TBH. Yeah, that's in my top 10. I love that song. I wish I could use... I wanted to use that song as my intro to my stream, but it's copyrighted. I promise I'll throw money your way after I pay rent if I'm doing okay. It's been precarious for a good minute. Thanks, man. Yeah, you know, don't give me money if you can't help, you know, if you can't afford it. But yeah, anything you can send is a godsend to me. I really appreciate it. What about Rasa Bandiera? I don't know what that is. Maltese International. I think it's super cool that there's like an international for like every single language. Cool. Oh, this might be copyrighted actually. I can't listen to this. Yeah, I can't listen to that. I'm glad I caught that. Jesus. Hypothetically, how would you organize a co-op style digital media asset share that won't collapse into corruption? I guess if you lay out a Marxist Leninist line and you truly make it where no one person is in charge, where you truly make it like a more democratic thing instead of someone actually being in charge, Or a different org style is better for that with ability to disagree. Yeah. It's a question of cybernetic organizational systems. I recommend Stafford Beer in particular for this, and more particularly the venture communism idea of Dmitry Kleiner. It has reformist aspects, but it's tuned for this sort of stuff. Huh. Treasy Praxis. Is that going to get me, banned?
Sometimes I feel like Karl Marx, but that would be dogmatic. Sipping all this drink, I just spilled it on my fabric. If you have that knowledge, then you know you need the praxis. Red book on my lap, you can never catch me lacking. Sometimes I feel like Karl Marx, but that would be dogmatic. Sipping all this drink, I just spilled it on my fabric. If you have the knowledge, then you know you need the red book on my lap, you can never catch me lacking. I don't worship idols, man, that shit just be so corny. I be with the masses cause the rich just be so boring. I be on the internet whenever I feel lonely, and I rather feel like Che Guevara than ever be Tony. Tell my mama when I grow, oh, sorry I'm a communist. Take a flight to Cuba, roll a blow right in that bit, all up in Jamaica. Swear you need to see this.
Cool. Not really my thing, but cool. Hasta siempre, comandante. Oh, this is licensed. I can't listen to this. Oh. Check. I should have fucking checked. God damn it. Yeah. Fuck.
Matrosen, wir fahren als Vorrück hinaus.
pretty cool. Oh, Paths of Glory. That's such a good anti-war movie. These songs hit Diffin 2 times. Anyways, thanks for the recommendations, everyone. Let's see if I missed any. What? Oh my God.
City council enlisted over 17 hours of public comments to not build Cop City. Maybe they'll listen to a song. A resume with accolades don't mean that you a sellout. You ain't listening to the people and what we care about. You were elected and so it's your dereliction of duty. Bringing more cops into the city, we gotta air out. Politics be having reservations just to fit in. Half the battle be running and jumping trying to get in. I'm just reminded about the Panthers, Snick and the SEO. See really this a modern day sit in. You can build a new facility and still retain all the inabilities and lack humility, you dig? It's like refurbishing the hood. They don't really do no good cause the root of the issue impacting kids. Yeah, 9 months just to bear a life. 5 months, get a badge, you can take one. It's up to God, not me, to declare what's right. But commercializing cops, yo, that's plain dumb. To me, this sounds like plans of the Klan. Tighten up surveillance, terrorize land. More overseers in the black neighborhood. Compliments gentrification, we know it's good, really bad. You can feed the people, but you think about a bag. Educate the youth, but you only wanna brag. Yeah, the tourism might increase in dollars that they speak, but the culture finna crash. I know peace without police, they ain't necessities. Sitting to the land, feeding people, that's the recipe. Making sure there's housing, we in the thousands of people wandering the streets, getting kicked around. Tell me how you really feel about the town. Tearing down green spaces, cooling off the ground. Complaining that the block is hot, but you raising the temperature. How much more science do we need for you to be attentive to the sensitive and use the instruments of your mental to demonstrate compassion and quit the trashing and incarceration of mass polluting the real loot and they know it's classes. By the time you hear this, the force will be the past tense.
That was great. That was awesome. I can't believe that only has like 50 views. I'll link that in the chat. Go subscribe to him. That was really good. Yeah, Cop City is crazy. It's insane. I thought of going up there, honestly, and like doing footage and filming. I might go next time there's like a protest type thing. All right. Anyways, I think I'm gonna dip out. I hope you guys enjoyed the music and also the WhiteForest thing. If you can't support me at the moment, you can also, you know, go to my Patreon another time and support me there, or also to my support me through YouTube membership, or you can tip me. All of that is available in the About page right here. So you can either tip, you know, YouTube membership or Patreon if you want to support me. And I hope you guys had fun, and I will see you next time. And I'll check out your music also, Doug Jaffrey. Just link it in the Discord. See ya, Damon. See ya, Comrade. See ya, Sam Kane. See ya, Thalman. See ya, East Germany. See ya, Zaxter.